So with the release of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation this weekend, I'm going to go back and review the past 4 Mission Impossible movies. This is my first time ever watching any of the Mission Impossible movies. I'm really excited to do this, so let's start with... So Mission Impossible was released back in 1996, almost 20 years ago. It's based off of the television show the same name. It's directed by Brian De Palma, who did movies such as The Untouchables and Scarface, and stars Tom Cruise, Jon Voight, Emanuele Beart, Henry Czerny, and Ving Rhames. It follows the story of Ethan Hunt, an agent for the Impossible Missions Force, or the IMF. And one night, while working with his IMF crew to prevent the theft of a CIA agent cover list, his entire group is ambushed and they are all killed except for him. This leads the director of the IMF and the CIA to believe that Ethan is a mole in their agency and that he killed everyone in his team, and this sends Ethan on the run to try and figure out what happened. Now I have to give props to Tom Cruise in this movie as Ethan Hunt. Tom Cruise does a very, very good job playing as Ethan Hunt, making him a character that is charismatic and funny, while also taking his job very seriously and really caring about the people he works with. Tom Cruise shows a range of emotion throughout this entire film and makes Ethan one of the most likable spies in film. Along with Cruise, I also enjoyed Ving Rhames' performance in this movie. Ving Rhames plays a high-class hacker in this film, and his character is very interesting and fun throughout this entire film, and it's mostly due to Ving Rhames' performance. Every scene that he's in is always fun, there's always something interesting about it, and he always brings something new to the table. His character also hits it off very well with Cruise's character, and I like the chemistry between him and Cruise in this film, and overall he was just fun. However, I felt that these were the only 2 people in this film that weren't expendable. The other actors and actresses did good jobs in their roles, but I feel like they could have been swapped out with other people and it wouldn't have made that big of a difference. I wish the actors and actresses they had put in this film were more memorable, but they are good nonetheless. I also really enjoyed the writing in this film. I think the writing was very smart throughout this entire film. I think it helped build some high tension moments, and along with that I also have to give props to the cinematography in this film, which is also top notch. The cinematography worked with the writing in order to create some very high tension moments in this film. There were moments in this film that I could feel my heart beating in my chest because of all the tension that I felt, and it really worked well. I don't think I would have felt as much tension in these scenes if the cinematography had been changed at all, or if the writing had been changed at all for these scenes. It worked really well together hand in hand. Now there are some flaws with this movie I have to point out. Some of the scenes in this film are a little bit too long. I felt like that scenes that should have been only maybe like 2 or 3 minutes long felt more like 5 or 6 minutes long, and I feel like if they would have kept them shorter, I think it would have been a more enjoyable experience. Along with this, the film does end up getting a little bit too big for its own self near the end of the movie. You have moments that are like, oh, this is a twist, and oh, this is another twist, and this is another twist, and it does end up getting a little bit convoluted and confusing. I feel like if the plotline had knocked off some of these plot twists to it, I think that the film would have been smarter and fun instead of being fun but kind of confusing. So with some good characters throughout this movie, 2 really great performances by Tom Cruise and Ving Rhames, some really great cinematography and smart writing in this film, but with a cast that's mostly expendable, a plot line that sometimes gets a little bit too big for itself, and some scenes that were a little bit too long. I will say that Mission Impossible is a fun spy movie. It's a movie you have to sit down and watch, but it's smart and it's worth watching, and I will give Mission Impossible 4 stars. Guys, let me know below what you think of Mission Impossible and if you're excited for the newest installment, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.